one of the biggest pieces of information I want you to take away from part of this presentation today is understanding that we design our own lives to a certain degree. Now, I understand there's some people in here who are religious and spiritual, and you believe that your maker, your creator plays a role in that, and I honor that and I acknowledge that. But I'm talking about the part of us as human beings where we make day-to-day decisions, right? So when you scuffle down that cookie today, did your creator have anything to do with that? You made that personal decision as a human being. But there's a part where you are the architect of your life, and the decisions that you make impact your wellness. So one of the things I want you to do is to develop what they call your stress response style. It's called SRS. On the count of three, I want you to say SRS. 1, 2, 3. That's your stress response style. So we can't eliminate stress. The only way you eliminate stress, my friends, is when you die. But while we're here, we have to develop healthy coping mechanisms. When I work with students, I say, hey, you got to develop some healthy coping mechanisms. You got to have some positive SRSs. What's your stress response style? When stress comes your way, what are you going to do? So one of the things, I gave you some tips already, is using cognitive interpretation. How you reframe that. What message is in there? What lessons is in there? What can I extract from that experience that will help me to move forward? One of my really good friends, Plato, never got a chance to hang out with him, but I like Plato. But Plato says this: wisdom is a combination of experience plus reflection. Plato says you become wise when you have experiences and you reflect on those experiences. You ever meet people who date a certain kind of person, marry a certain type of person, get out of the relationship, and then they date and marry the same type of person again, but they have a different body? And then you look at your friend or family member, you're like, what's going on? I'm going to guesstimate that they didn't heed to the words of Plato. They didn't reflect on that experience. I was telling one of my female friends that I went to college with, she's been having some problems with dating. And she says, Jermaine, I keep meeting the same type of people. So let's just call her Gina. I said, Gina, if you want to change who you date, baby, you got to change the bait. You're using the same bait, Gina. That's why you keep getting the same kind of mate. So she started to reflect. We were having a few adult beverages. So sometimes that actually make people begin to reflect a little bit. So I want you to think about that. Plato says wisdom is a combination of experience plus reflection. So I go through this experience and I allow myself to go through a process of ponder. Wow, what can this teach me? What I learned from this? And you extract that. And Plato says that when you reflect on that experience and you begin to apply it to your life, you become wise.